There's a quiet misunderstanding that follows a lot of men through adulthood. It doesn't shout, it doesn't announce itself. It hides behind posture, tone, and behavior that looks solid from the outside. And that misunderstanding is this: many men confuse emotional distance with confidence. They believe that staying unbothered means being strong, that not reacting means being grounded, that never needing reassurance means being secure. But psychologically, something very different is often happening. Confidence is not the absence of emotion, it's the ability to stay present with emotion without losing yourself. And today, I want to explain what men are actually doing internally when they confuse one for the other. Not to criticize, not to correct, but to clarify. Because once a man understands this difference, a lot of confusion in his relationships, friendships, and inner life starts to settle. The outside behavior versus the inner experience. From the outside, this kind of man often looks composed. He doesn't ask many questions. He doesn't explain himself. He doesn't react quickly. He doesn't chase. He doesn't share much about what he's feeling. And people often label that as confidence. But internally, what's happening is often not confidence at all. Internally, the experience is closer to restraint, a constant monitoring of don't show too much, don't need too much, don't lean in first, don't give away control. This isn't presence, it's containment, and containment psychologically takes effort. A man who is truly confident isn't holding himself together. He's not managing an image. He's not bracing. He's simply there. Many men believe confidence means staying emotionally distant, not reacting, not explaining, not leaning in. From the outside, that looks calm, but internally, it often feels tense because real confidence doesn't require constant self-control. It doesn't require monitoring your tone or your distance. Confidence feels relaxed inside the body if a man has to keep reminding himself not to care, not to feel, not to respond. That's not confidence. That's emotional restraint masquerading as strength. And the body knows the difference, even when the mind doesn't. Where this confusion starts. This confusion doesn't start in adulthood. It usually begins much earlier, often before a man has language for what he's doing. Many boys learn early that emotional exposure carries risk, not always because someone told them directly, but because of what happened when they did open up. Maybe they were laughed at. Maybe they were dismissed. Maybe they were told to man up, get over it, or stop being dramatic. So they adapted. And adaptation is not weakness. It's intelligence. They learned that staying emotionally neutral felt safer than being emotionally visible. Over time, neutrality started to feel like strength, and eventually restraint got mistaken for confidence. The key psychological distinction. Here's the distinction most men were never taught. Confidence is self-trust. Restraint is self-protection. They can look identical on the surface, but internally they feel very different. Self-trust feels spacious. There's room to respond, to adjust, to engage. Self-protection feels narrow. There's pressure to maintain control, to avoid exposure, to stay guarded. When a man confuses restraint for confidence, his nervous system is often doing more work than he realizes. And he may look calm, but internally he's bracing. Here's a simple way to tell the difference. Confidence feels spacious inside. You're not rushing. You're not bracing. You're not calculating every move. Restraint feels tight. You're monitoring yourself, managing how much you show, deciding what's safe to express. Both can look calm from the outside, but only one feels free on the inside. If being confident feels like effort, if it feels like holding something back all the time, that's not confidence, that's protection. A quiet micro story. Let's slow this down with a small, familiar scenario. A man is in a relationship. His partner seems distant one evening. He notices it, but he doesn't ask. He tells himself, I'm not going to make a big deal out of it. He stays quiet. He stays neutral. He stays controlled. On the surface, that looks confident, but internally, he's not at ease. He's watching. He's interpreting. He's holding questions back. A confident response wouldn't be withdrawal. It might sound like, hey, you seem a bit off. Is everything okay? Not needy, not reactive, just present. Confidence doesn't disappear when curiosity shows up. Why emotional distance feels powerful. Emotional distance gives a temporary sense of control. When a man stays distant, he can't be rejected in the moment. He can't be misunderstood right away. He can't be seen too deeply. And that can feel powerful. But power and confidence are not the same thing. Power is about control over outcomes. Confidence is about trust in yourself regardless of outcomes. One is defensive, the other is grounded. Emotional distance often feels powerful to men because distance reduces risk. And if you don't lean in, you can't be rejected in real time. If you don't ask, you don't have to hear an answer you don't like. But power is not confidence. Power tries to control outcomes. Confidence trusts itself, even when outcomes are uncertain. One keeps you protected, the other keeps you present, and only one leads to connection without self-betrayal. The hidden cost of this confusion when restraint is mistaken for confidence. Men often pay a quiet price. They feel emotionally isolated, even when partnered. Unseen, but also unavailable. Respected, but not deeply known. And over time, this creates confusion. Why do relationships feel draining? Why do people say I'm hard to read? Why do I feel alone even when things look fine? Because confidence builds connection. Restraint limits it. Confidence doesn't disappear under pressure. Here's another important marker. Confidence doesn't collapse under emotional pressure. A confident man can stay present when someone is upset. A conversation gets uncomfortable. Vulnerability is required. Restraint collapses or retreats. It shuts down. It goes quiet. It pulls away. Not because the man doesn't care, but because his system associates emotional intensity with danger. Confidence doesn't disappear when things get uncomfortable. It doesn't shut down during hard conversations. It doesn't go silent when emotions rise. Restraint does. When emotional intensity shows up, restraint pulls back. It goes quiet. It disengages, not because the man doesn't care, but because his nervous system is protecting him. Confidence can stay present without losing itself. That's the difference. Reframing confidence for men. Confidence is not emotional silence. It's emotional steadiness. It's the ability to speak without over-explaining. Listen without withdrawing. Express without collapsing. Stay grounded without armoring. Confidence is not distance. Confidence is self-trust in motion. What actually builds confidence? Confidence grows when a man learns he can. Feel something and remain intact. Express himself and survive the response. Stay open without losing authority. This isn't about becoming emotional. It's about becoming regulated. Regulation creates confidence, not suppression. Confidence doesn't come from suppressing emotion. It comes from learning you can feel and remain steady, that you can speak and stay grounded, that you can open and still respect yourself. Regulation builds confidence. Suppression builds distance. And distance eventually costs more than it protects. If this resonates, take a moment to notice something simple. Where in your life are you being quiet, not because you're calm, but because you're holding yourself back? That awareness alone is a form of confidence. And if this kind of psychological clarity is useful to you, consider subscribing. This channel isn't about fixing men. It's about helping men understand themselves more clearly. bringing it together. Men don't confuse restraint for confidence because they're emotionally unaware. They confuse it because restraint once kept them safe. But what protected you earlier in life may limit you now. Confidence doesn't need armor. It doesn't rely on distance. It doesn't require withdrawal. Real confidence feels calm inside, not tight. If what you call confidence feels tight inside, that's worth paying attention to. Confidence feels calm, not constrained, steady, not braced. When you no longer have to protect yourself from feeling, you gain something stronger than control. You gain presence. And presence, Vernon, is what people feel as confidence. This isn't about becoming more open than you're ready for. It's about recognizing the difference between, I'd say it's staying grounded and staying guarded. One leads to self-trust. The other leads to isolation. And the moment a man learns that difference, he stops confusing silence for strength. If this helped you see something more clearly, stay with the channel. We'll keep unpacking what men experience internally, calmly, clearly, and without judgment.